question. I think Liz can answer this because she's pretty cultured.
Okay.
Why do you laugh?
I don't feel cultured.
You do the arts and stuff.
Well, I mean, I just pay attention to some of it, but I'm not that cultured, for sure.
She's cultured. It's Robin Liz, his morning crew on his radio. Banksy's this artist.
Right.
Isn't this the dude that duct taped a banana to a wall?
I think so. The thing with Banksy is nobody knows who it is. I don't even know if it's a guy, to tell you the truth.
Is it you?
No.
Okay.
I am no artist.
So he's got this picture, and the thing's half shredded, and it was sold for, it's called Love in a Bin.
Yeah.
I don't get it. What? But anyway, it's half shredded, and it looks like a balloon that's a heart. Yeah. And then underneath the frame, you see it looks like, somebody pulled it down and started shredding this thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And Banksy does this kind of thing. Like he pulls almost, I hate to say practical jokes, but kind of like that.
They call it art.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
And for whatever reason, he's extremely popular.
This thing sold for $1.4 million. Now it's going back up for auction. Somebody's like, I can get more money for this. And so they're thinking it's going to go for over $5 million. Yeah. And this auction. That's coming up here.
Which is wild. $5 million for a half-shredded picture, although I can see the symbolism in the picture, I think.
Okay, listen to this. She was describing it to me. Let's see if you... First, let's describe the picture. It's in a frame. It looks like it's being half pulled out of the frame, and the bottom of it is shredded, but not the other top half of it, which looks like it's halfway down this frame.
And the part that is out of the frame at the bottom is almost, it looks like it must be a woman. It's hard to tell if she's got on a dress or whatever. So that's the parts that's shredded. But the heart balloon is at the top, still intact.
Okay, now get down to what you think this means.
I think it means his heart or her heart has been broken. Like the love is broken, and so his heart has been shredded. And so it's on the way to being shredded. That's what I take away from it. So the symbolism, I get if that's what it means.
She gets deep with this stuff. See, she's cultured. So I came up with my own art.
Okay.
It's a Dempsey, not a Banksy.
Okay.
And so, you know how he duct taped a banana to the wall? And everybody talked about it like it was like art. So I call this pen on paper. And what I did is I put a Sharpie and I taped it to a folded piece of paper.
Did you sign it?
No, don't need to.
You got to sign it, Dempsey.
It's going for $500,000.
$500,000. Ooh.
$500,000.
I was really going to offer 99
I
cents.
wanted to fund the RV I would like to get down the road sometime. And so this is $500,000, and it's a Sharpie that's taped to a piece of paper. Hey, if Banksy can duct tape banana to the wall and make dough.
I got a $50 for you.
And, well, the bidding doesn't start there.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
College football is back.
Yeah, you need more than one player in college football, right?
Yeah, I don't know how many are on a team. I don't follow football that closely, but I know that it started this past weekend and big upsets.
Yeah, she's a baseball.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, the whole family loves baseball.
Exactly. They love football. I just have never gotten into it. But that said, there's a guy named David Hallman who absolutely could not wait for the start of the season. He plays for the Hoosiers. Okay, so he gets his jersey on, he gets his uniform on. I almost said an outfit, and I know that's not right. It's a uniform.
An outfit. He's got a nice outfit.
He does have a nice outfit.
Shoulder pads and everything.
Everything. So he heads out. He's going out on the field. I guess he noticed something was wrong with his jersey, but he's like, look, I've got to play for my team. I got to represent, so I'm not going to worry about it right now. He goes out on the field, and somebody noticed that Indiana was spelled wrong.
Was it only his jersey?
I believe he was the only one, and I don't know why. Like, if there's one special person for each player, I don't know how that all works.
How would you pronounce the typo?
Indinia.
Indinia. Instead of Indiana, it's Indinia.
Yeah. And so there were all these tweets. There was one person that tweeted, you had one job. Just spell Indiana. Come on. But some people were kind of taking up for it and saying Indiana is a really hard word.
But wait. Every jersey except for his
was right.
From
what I understand, yes. He's the one that they are kind of pinpointing and saying that he had Indiana on his jersey.
Unless they just wanted him on his own team.
Maybe so. But they lost. Because I feel like if they would have won, if the Hoosiers would have won this past weekend, they would not have allowed him to change
He
that.
would have kept that jersey.
Exactly.
You're right.
Because I know in baseball, like a lot of the guys will grow out beards, and they're afraid to shave and all this stuff, and it's something that I bet he's glad they lost in some ways.
Yeah, so they can get the correct jersey.
Exactly.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
Twitter is starting to block accounts over harmful language. When I
that.
first read that, I went, oh, they don't want any, bad words. It's more than that. It's how they treat people.
Sure, I like that, like the cyberbullying kind of thing.
Exactly. It's exactly what they're doing. So that says it means that they won't be able to follow a user's account to see tweets and send them direct messages or anything like that because they'll just get blocked. Now, here's something Facebook did to a friend of mine.
Okay.
This is very similar.
Okay.
But this was done in playful manner.
Sure.
So you know how guys will talk smack to each other, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And so I have a friend named Bill who's talking smack with Dwayne, and they're talking back and forth in a thread.
On Facebook.
And all of a sudden, Bill's comment was taken down and blocked. And Facebook told him why.
What did he do?
Well, he said, LOL, I'll hunt you down. And that was taken down because it was interpreted that it was violent.
And I can see that, but that's the way sometimes you'll talk, like, I will hunt you down. Don't you ever, that
exactly.
kind of thing. Yeah,
so
it's
the
just
whole
funny.
human element of the whole blocking and stuff like that is
Right.
taken down because of bots that are going through. I'm getting too technical. But because of the back end of things, it's technology that sees it and goes, oh, this should not be said.
Yeah.
So they take it down.
It's not humans who can say, okay, here's the thread. Here's what they were saying to each other. Okay, that's fine.
They're talking smack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I like the fact that I call them keyboard cowboys. Keyboard cowboys will say things on social media that you would never walk up to somebody and say. And I like that they're trying to get rid of that kind of thing.
Yeah. Those are doing it in a bad sense.
Oh, yes. That would, maybe they don't like the way you look today, or maybe they don't like who you are or something that you said.
Body
and they'll
shame somebody.
Yes. And they'll just take off and rip somebody apart, rip their heart out.
I had somebody who didn't like my hair. I'm like, what? You shouldn't be on the radio. Your hair looks atrocious.
It's like, what?
Wait, okay. I have a face for radio for a reason.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
At I think it was the Atlanta airport, where they will have attendees in the restrooms. And then you get the mouthwash and
the mint
all that
and the-
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah. So, the mint too. I like the mint after the bathroom.
too.
I don't know why. You use the restroom and you get a mint when you're done.
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
But you get a mint when you're done. And
world.
use the mouthwash and all that other stuff. But anyway, there was a guy that was singing there that worked there. I'm like, man, he's got a great voice.
Oh, yeah, and the acoustics in the bathroom,
Yeah.
for sure.
And then when you walk down, I don't know if you ever go to the Savannah Riverfront. But when you hear some of the street performers, it's like they are amazing. There's this one guy who's a plumber. And he was plumbing this record label dude's bathroom. I mean, he was working on it. And the guy, I don't think he knew who he was working for.
I hope not.
But
hope
he was
that's the story.
he was just singing, Yeah. He's
just
in his
doing his
late
thing.
40s and he's singing and doing his work, and he was there for 6 weeks. And so the guy was like, he's really good.
Yeah.
Gave him a record deal.
Isn't that wild?
And he's already got a record produced.
So
and he's still a plumber.
Well, I have to say, it must be quite the bathroom, because he was working on that bathroom remodel for like 6 weeks. So it wasn't like he just installed a potty or something. I mean, he was really redoing the whole thing.
Yeah, he didn't change out the toilet.
Yeah, exactly. So the record exec evidently had a good long time to really observe his talent. So it wasn't just willy-nilly, okay, I'm just going to throw this guy a record deal. Like, he invested a little time to check out his talent.
Especially since the guy is in his late 40s. I think he's like 49 years old.
49, yeah.
So usually if you're going to invest in somebody in the music biz, it's someone who's really young.
Oh, sure. The Taylor Swift, or, that kind of like when she was 16 years old, it's when she got her first record deal. So, yeah.
And you see that was a
How
good
that turned
investment.
out, yeah.
So this guy's got another good 20 years?
Yeah, exactly.
Be
But
able to do music?
evidently, so good, has a look he liked, has a sound he liked. Now he's got a record deal.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
It might not look pretty, but it tastes great. We're talking about Lizz's Ugly Bakery. It is Rob and Lizz, his morning crew on his radio.
And I don't think it's particularly ugly today because it's kind of hard to mess up a bundt cake.
Yes. Yeah, and it does look good.
It actually does.
Yeah. By the way, you'll see this on his radio TV, so you'll see exactly how great the bundt cake looks.
Bundt.
I have to say that, or I'm going to mess up that word.
Bundt. Do you see it has glitter on it? Because I think
You blinged this out?
Well, I think the world is just better with a little glitter.
Is that safe?
It's edible glitter.
Oh, I didn't know they made such a thing.
They sell edible pearls, edible glitter. Yeah, so this is an apple cider donut bundt cake.
Okay.
And it's so moist and delicious. There's not any butter in it. Okay, well, that's not exactly true. There's no butter in the actual cake. I did brush butter all over the cake because then I put a cinnamon sugar mixture on the outside.
Okay, I want to check with our producers.
Yeah.
Ben, our intern, Jake, our morning show producer. So let's start with Ben, the intern.
Okay.
Ben, have you ever even had a bundt cake in your life?
Yes, I have had a bundt cake.
Oh, really?
This is up to par with the bundt cakes I've had before.
Oh, really? So you've already tried it?
Yeah, this is great.
Oh.
I've already
Wait,
had a few
wait.
bites, and I think it's great.
You said it's up to par, like it's close to your mama's bundt cake?
Yeah, I think it's pretty good.
And your grandma's bundt cake?
Yeah.
Yay!
Best bundt cake you've ever had, Ben. What is it?
I know that we've done like a pound cake, like a lemon pound cake
yeah.
in a bundt pan.
Right.
So I don't know if that really counts, but
It does.
Yeah,
Sure.
that would probably be my favorite.
When you say we, do you mean your family?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
like a family tradition.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. So with Ben,
I can
thumbs
bring
up.
this to the family dinner.
Yeah. Jake.
Yeah, do it.
Oh, I think it's some fire. I'm not even gonna lie. I think it tastes like French toast sticks. I know it's apple. I know it's apple.
Yeah.
But it tastes like French toast sticks, so I'm all over it.
Is there egg in this?
There is egg. 3 eggs.
Okay, so he tastes the egg.
Oh, no. Do you taste the
Okay.
egg?
I taste French toast sticks.
And he likes French toast sticks.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. 2 out of 2. Okay.
Did you hear what he said?
What?
Did you say on fire?
It is fire.
It is fire.
Listen, when the kids say it is fire, when my sons say, oh, that's fire, I know that's a good thing. So I'm kind of on cloud 9.
Let me see if this is fire.
Okay.
I'm going to give it a try.
Yeah. I even sprinkled a little caramel sauce on the top of it.
Oh, now you destroyed it.
Why?
I don't like caramel. I don't even want to try it.
You don't like caramel?
No. It's all no, I
What
just
kind
don't.
of person are you that doesn't like
My name is Rob.
caramel?
And I don't like caramel.
What in the world? I'm sorry.
This is fire.
This is a kind.
Did I use that right?
Yes.
Yes.
I do.
Yes.
How did you say it? This is fire?
This is fire.
Loosen up, maybe. a
I
little
guess you have to have attitude there
bit. It's fire.
when you say
It's
something like
fire.
that. Great job, Liz.
Yay!
Yeah, with a bundt cake.
Yeah, so if you were ready for those fall flavors, this is a perfect recipe for this.
Check it out online, hisradio.com, the entire recipe and
Yes,
how
girl.
she made it. Excuse me?
Yes, girl. I'm sorry. I was
What?
talking to myself.
Yeah, her bundt cake is fire.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
Okay, next time the kids are bored, here's a hack for you. It's Rob and Liz, his morning crew on his radio. They're bored. Just tell them, grab some crackers and some cheese and some lunch meat and let's build the Eiffel Tower.
I wonder how that will work because they'll love it. They will absolutely
I'd want to eat it.
love it.
Seriously.
But you don't even have to do that yourself. You don't even have to cut out the little squares of cheese or anything like that.
Yeah, so you've heard of the Lunchables, possibly. You may use them for the kids from time to time or yourself when you were in school. Now they have the Lunchabuilds.
I know.
Lunchabuilds, and they're literally building the Eiffel Tower out of these things. You can build a rocket and a penguin.
The penguin to me does not look like a penguin, but you know what it looks like? It looks like a Lego set, but it's actually crackers and cheese and lunch meat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very appetizing.
Yeah, but it's a little expensive. What
Yeah,
is it,
$100. Why $100 for crackers and cheese?
See, I don't, because they're limited.
And pretzel sticks.
Right?
And a couple of pieces of plastic.
Yeah, I don't understand the cost, but they do say it's limited edition, I guess, because who's going to pay $100? You can get a Lunchable for $1.
Yeah, make your own stuff out of the Lunchable.
I would think
Right?
so, but you tell your kids not to play with their food, and then we do this.
Yeah, then you buy it for a lot of money to play with the food.
I know. So take your mashed potatoes, save yourself some money, take some mashed potatoes, your Play-Doh kit, and boom, there you go. Make some hair.
Hair?
You never made hair with Play-Doh?
Yeah, with Play-Doh, but not mashed potatoes.
It's got to work the same. You just squeeze a little lever and there you go.
Mashed potatoes. You can't make anything out of mashed potatoes. They're mashed potatoes.
I just made hair.
You can't out of mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, you can.
They're mashed.
You can.
They're soft. You can't make a ball out of a mashed potato.
You don't think Play-Doh is soft?
Play-Doh is texture. It's not mashed potato. How do you make your mashed potatoes?
Not good, evidently.
Well.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
That's quite the thing, right?
Yeah, it's kind of cool. It's expensive, though.
Yeah, $100 to buy that Lunchable thing to build things with, like, it's a Lego set.
Yeah.
So John's here at 800-447-7234. Okay, you have an interesting food combo, John. What is it?
Jalapeno and cheese bagel, right, with strawberry cream cheese. And I know it sounds super weird, but I recommend you go today to Einstein Bagels and try that. You're going to love it.
Really? You like it that much, huh?
I recommend it for sure.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
His paws were backwards. It was crazy.
Oh.
His paws. It's a little terrier. It's a rat terrier. Have you heard of a rat terrier? Because I haven't.
I had never seen one that I remembered,
They're
but
tiny.
I've heard of that name.
They're tiny. So at the joints, literally, his paws turned the other way.
Oh.
Yeah, and so it required surgery. So the veterinarians got together at Oklahoma State University, and they were able to correct this for him. And now he's learning how to walk, going through therapy, doggy therapy to do that.
It just doesn't even seem possible that
I know.
you could reverse something like that.
I know. It was his lower limbs, so it wasn't his hind legs. It was his front paws. Yeah.
Aw. But it's almost like, when you, like if you have your hands in front of you and you tip your wrists up, that's almost kind of what it looks like. So he was almost walking on the joint rather than the paw.
Because it was at, I guess you would call it the elbow in a sense for the dog.
Yeah. But wow, man, veterinarians, our dog was bitten by a snake earlier this year.
I remember that.
Yeah, taking him in. And, they've gone to school to know these things and they use experience. But just the miracles that are able to happen through them is just incredible.
Yeah. So this puppy, you probably seen him on social media. This puppy's doing great now.
I'm so glad. And he's happy. I mean, not that he knew that there was anything wrong. I can't imagine that he knew. He just
That's the thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
You just don't know. It's like, all the other puppies are walking like that. How come I can't?
Exactly. But he's like, I don't care. I'm able to get from point A to point B.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
If I were a landlord and I walked in and a tenant of mine had left this behind, I would freak out. I don't even know. I'd probably sell the apartment building.
Who would you call?
I don't even know. I guess a pest control officer.
Okay.
Or an animal resource officer. I don't know.
Maybe.
So this happened in an apartment building. Somebody moved out. Landlord goes in, trying to clean up. 15 tarantulas and a python were left behind. I'm hoping they were in cages because in my mind, the way my imagination
They're
works,
crawling all over the
they're
wall.
Everywhere. Their little hairy bodies are. And yeah, so he found that there had been 19 tarantulas. 4 of them passed away.
Oh, no.
I guess in the interim, so they weren't being fed or taken care of.
That's bad.
Yeah, that's horrible. That this guy or woman, I don't know if it was a man or a woman that was in the apartment. Yeah. But when they moved out, and the python, as much as I don't like snakes, I don't want them to hurt. I don't want them to suffer. Didn't have any water. Yeah. And so not only not fed, I mean, you can go a little longer without food, but you got to have water.
Right.
Constantly. So.
Could they not fit them in the U-Haul? I mean, what happened?
Right, because I don't think they're. It is illegal to have them where in the city where they were, but why would you not take them with you?
That's
I'm sure
crazy.
you paid a lot of money.
Well, you would think.
For the tarantulas, and I don't know what those things go
Unless
for.
those were, family. They left the kids behind in the move.
Oh, like just freaking me out. But no word on whether they're looking for the person who was in the apartment, who was renting the apartment to make him.
They know who they are.
Right, but they're saying they're not
track 'em
necessarily
down.
looking for them, but left behind 15 tarantulas. I just wonder how many there were in all. So 4 passed away. They found 15.
Do you not know basic math?
No, what I'm saying is, because I don't know if they were in cages or not. If they were crawling the walls, are some of their neighbors going to find some tarantulas in the future?
Oh, that's awesome.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
It's not fun when all of a sudden a pipe, how about a pipe bursts in your house? It'll make you bipe. It's Rob and Liz, his morning crew on his radio, but it did in this one house. And so they had to get in and fix the thing. When they get in to fix it in the pipe, there is a 10-carat ring.
Yeah, it's wild. Now, they only moved into this house about a year ago, and so I guess it's not their ring.
No, it's not their ring at all.
It's
But
been
here's the cool thing. Well, they were like, we got to find the person who actually
sure.
owns this ring.
And I'm glad that they did this.
So evidently across the street, the grandson of the people who owned the house lived there.
Forever. They lived there for like 70 years?
Yeah.
Something like that?
And so they walked the ring over and said, this might belong to, who lived in the house here. You want to tell your family? And they got it back to the right people.
Yeah, and just to hear that story of where did the ring, who owned the ring, how did they get the ring, what's the significance of it, just that whole history, got to be so cool.
Okay, I'm naive when it comes to jewelry.
Okay.
Because I don't wear it,
Yeah.
except for my wedding band.
Yeah.
And so is a 10-carat gold ring a big deal?
I mean, it's good. There's nothing wrong with a 10 carat. Usually it's like 10, 14, 18, and 24, I think, is the increments.
You said it's good.
Well, I mean, I don't want to say it's not bad. I mean, this is coming out poorly the way I'm trying to describe it.
Oh, I get you.
It's a little less expensive. Let me say that. It's a little more inexpensive than, say, a 24 karat gold ring.
Okay, that makes sense.
But it's still a nice ring, and it almost looks like it's a little lighter than an emerald. It's a green stone, but it's darker than peridot. So it's
A what-a-dough?
Peridot. It's a
What's that?
the birthstone for August. That's almost like a
What?
yellowy green.
A peridot?
You don't know birthstone?
No.
What is?
I don't even know mine. Mine's March. So what would March 26 be?
I think it's a blue topaz. No, aquamarine
Aquamarine.
is March.
That's
February
a stone?
is amethyst. Aquamarine?
Yeah.
Okay,
it's
so
not a color. It's a.
you can't see it because you're colorblind.
Yeah, I am.
So I have a large blue ring that I wear, and it's kind of between a blue topaz and a
Is that your birth thing?
December? No, mine's sapphire.
Is that this month?
Yeah, sapphires are.
She's got a birthday this
super-
month.
Yeah, I do.
When?
Monday.
Monday?
It is Monday. And I love sapphires, just in case you're looking.
Got nothing.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
It's not fun when all of a sudden a pipe, how about a pipe bursts in your house? It'll make you bipe. It's Rob and Liz, his morning crew on his radio, but it did in this one house. And so they had to get in and fix the thing. When they get in to fix it in the pipe, there is a 10-carat ring.
Yeah, it's wild. Now, they only moved into this house about a year ago, and so I guess it's not their ring.
No, it's not their ring at all.
It's
But
been
here's the cool thing. Well, they were like, we got to find the person who actually
sure.
owns this ring.
And I'm glad that they did this.
So evidently across the street, the grandson of the people who owned the house lived there.
Forever. They lived there for like 70 years?
Yeah.
Something like that?
And so they walked the ring over and said, this might belong to, who lived in the house here. You want to tell your family? And they got it back to the right people.
Yeah, and just to hear that story of where did the ring, who owned the ring, how did they get the ring, what's the significance of it, just that whole history, got to be so cool.
Okay, I'm naive when it comes to jewelry.
Okay.
Because I don't wear it,
Yeah.
except for my wedding band.
Yeah.
And so is a 10-carat gold ring a big deal?
I mean, it's good. There's nothing wrong with a 10 carat. Usually it's like 10, 14, 18, and 24, I think, is the increments.
You said it's good.
Well, I mean, I don't want to say it's not bad. I mean, this is coming out poorly the way I'm trying to describe
Oh,
it.
I get you.
It's a little less expensive. Let me say that. It's a little more inexpensive than, say, a 24-karat
Okay.
gold ring.
Okay, that
So,
makes
yeah.
sense.
But it's still a nice ring, and it almost looks like it's a little lighter than an emerald. It's a green stone, but it's darker than peridot. So it's
A what-a-dough?
Peridot. It's
What's that?
the birthstone for August. That's almost like a
What?
yellowy green.
A peridot?
You don't know birthstone?
No.
What is?
I don't even know mine. Mine's March. So what would March 26 be?
I think it's a blue topaz. No, aquamarine
Aquamarine.
is March.
That's
February
a
is
stone?
amethyst. Aquamarine?
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
so
not a color. It's a.
you can't see it because you're colorblind.
Yeah, I am.
So I have a large blue ring that I wear, and it's kind of between a blue topaz and a which
Is that your birth thing?
December? No, mine's sapphire.
Is that this month?
Yeah, sapphires are.
She's got a birthday this
super-
month.
Yeah, I do.
When?
Monday.
Monday.
It is Monday. And I love sapphires just in case you're looking.
Got nothing.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
I'm not sure if you did this or not during the pandemic, during some of those days where you had to stay home, like learn something new. It's Rob and Liz, his morning crew on his radio.
Yeah, I did not. I did a lot of laundry during pandemic. Not
That'd
so
be
much.
something new for me.
But little Bridget decided, she was bored. Probably went to her mom, was like, I'm so bored. What can I do? Mom says, go over there, play the piano. So she did. She jumps up on the bench and she decides, probably started with chopsticks. Probably went on to Mary Had a Little Lamb or something like that. And then she discovered, Bridget did, that she just loved it. And so she started playing. Mom calls a tutor in and really taught Bridget how to play.
What's she, 8, 9?
4.
4.
Her feet don't even reach the pedals of the piano.
That's wild.
But she mastered chopsticks and then some. She ended up entering a competition where she played Beethoven's Sonatina in F major.
Oh, come on.
Ridiculous.
A Beethoven tune.
A Beethoven tune. And she played it so well that she actually won a competition that, had it not been for the pandemic, she would have played at Carnegie Hall.
That's wild.
Yeah.
She did get to New York. She was on live with Kelly and Ryan. I always want to say Regis. Kelly and Ryan.
Yeah.
And she played on that show. Here she is. Wow.
It's amazing.
Isn't that just good? She's 4.
How? She's a prodigy. I would say that's a definite prodigy. So she is now planning her next piece of music that she's going to master.
Yeah.
And I don't know which piece, but it is by Mozart. So.
Wow.
It's amazing. And Bridget is 4 years old and took that opportunity to learn something new.